Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's day 3 of the advent calendar and I'm absolutely loving it. Every day so far it's been like Christmas and I'm pretty sure the next 21 are going to be exactly the same. So in today's one we have some foil. I don't know what was wrong with me today. I had all sorts of issues. Not with the foil. I was either putting on too much, gel polish, too much base coat, not enough. I really was struggling today, but we got there in the end. So for this one, I'm just going to do a gel polish design. I'm just going to keep it simple with this one because my second one is a little bit more detailed. So I'm going in here with Halo's mulberry wine. You see what I mean? Not enough on the brush. And I think on the second coat, if I'm honest with you, I had too much. So I really wasn't going to win today at all. I had a little bit of fluff as well. If it could go wrong, it went wrong. So I'm just putting down my first coat, and then I'll cure that in my lamp for 60 seconds. I'm just going in with my second one. This is a beautiful colour. It's almost like a deep plummy type purple, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love this colour. So here I'm just going to show you what you need to do with foil. So just cut off a little bit. You don't really need a lot, is the honest truth. And then I'm going to go in with some NSI cleanse, and I'm just going to wipe that matte layer off of the back of the foil. And you need to do this so that it sticks to the inhibition layer. See all that pink that's coming off the back there? You need to remove that on your foils. So here I'm using Halo's base coat. I'm going to put on too much in a minute. If you see me dipping my brush back in the bottle, I'm actually wiping it off. It was one of those days today. I'm using the base coat. Halo doesn't have, the actual colours don't actually have that much of an inhibition layer, so I've used Halo base coat just for a little bit of, just so I've got something sticky for the foil to stick to. I mean, this foil is absolutely gorgeous. I love the sort of geometric, holographic shapes in this, and it's given such a gorgeous effect on that mulberry wine. So I'm going in with my Halo No White top coat. If you was doing this on a client, you're probably better off doing 2 coats. I'm really sorry, my voice keeps going. Yeah, you're better off doing 2 coats. Just to prevent chipping, make sure that you've covered everything. But I've only done 1 because it's on a display tip. I love that. It's like a really that makes it look like a really fiery, autumny nail. So I'm going in with this nail with Glam & Glitz White Glaze, and this is gorgeous. It's probably one of my favourites with the Glam & Glitz, if I'm honest. It's got a nice gorgeous gold shimmer to it, and it's like an off-white cream colour. It's lovely. So I'm just going to do an all over nail colour. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to cap with Halo Clear. I'll be honest, I think Halo is probably my go-to acrylic. It's so easy to use. It's a little bit slower setting than NSI. It's smoother to file, or it's easier to file, it's softer to file. And the clarity that you get with it when you're capping and you finish filing, you've put that top coat, it's just so clear. It's absolutely, I love it. So I'm just going in with a couple of extra beads, just making sure that I've got all those sort of areas that are looking not quite so even. So here I'm just going to cut in my halo clear. I think, to be honest, I think most Glam Glitz powders are actually strength powders, if not all Glam Glitz, but I like to use them just as just to paint on with, because you know you can get more out of them, they last that little bit longer. They're really good as a design powder. You just paint them, they're so pigmented you can paint them on. So I went ahead and filed the nail smooth, made sure there was no bumps and it was all even. I haven't top coated or anything because I'm going to paint on top of it. Just showed you the colours that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using my Barber 2 brush. I couldn't show you the numbers because they're that worn and that used that they've rubbed off. So I'm really sorry about that, guys. So I'm just going in and using the brown to draw in my branches. Now with the Barber 2 brush, it has a really single really fine hair, and if you use it at 90-degree angle, you can get those really fine details. So I've kind of double dipped the brush now to do the leaves, and I've gone in with a darker green as my main colour, and then just dipped the tip of my Barber 2 brush in the lighter colour, trying to create like a two-tone effect when I paint it on, so it almost creates like a highlight and a low light at the same time. So I've just dipped into the lighter green on its own. I've just dipped the end in, and I'm just making some of the areas a little bit lighter. I'm not being as brutal as what it looks on the video, is the honest truth. It is sped up, so yeah, these branches are done with varying layers. Some areas I wasn't happy with, there was too much of one colour and it was too light, or it was too dark, so I do go to and fro a little bit. And there you can see I've just added a little bit of white. I'm going to add a little bit of snow and use some of the Nail Team's sugar glitter in gold to create some like little snow mounds that have settled on the branches. So I wanted to just get a little bit of white in there so that it looked like it snowed. So this is the gold. I don't think I showed you it, but this is the One Move gold from Crystal Nails. And I'm just doing the string for my bauble, and I'm going to just link it in and over the branch, so it just looks like it's dangling from the tree branch there. I'm sort of, through those leaves, I'm sort of dotting the gold so that it almost looks like the string the bauble was going to be on is sort of entwined with the branches, or with the leaves of the branch. So I'm now going in my Halo No White Matte top coat. If you're going to do any kind of foiling, you really want a matte background, because if you don't and you use a no white top coat with no inhibition layer, it's still going to stick. So I'm using Crystal Nails black foil gel, and I'm just going to create the shape of a bauble. I'm just showing you I'm going to use my Barber 2 brush, and that I've actually got two. I've got one for the acrylic paints and one for gels. And I do that so that you're not contaminating your brush with either or of the media, and if you keep them separate, the bristles are a lot softer and a lot easier to use with the acrylic paint, if you have one separate for acrylic paints, than they are if you try and use one for both, because as much as you clean your brushes, the gel sort of still stays in the brush and it makes the bristles a little bit stiff to work with. So it's always best to try and have at least two, one for your acrylic paints and one for your gel. So I've cured that in my lamp, and as soon as it's cured, take it out of the lamp, and whilst it's still warm you need to lay that foil on, and it's almost like you're waxing, so it's on, rub it in and quickly whip it off like you would a plaster. So I'm going in with the Perfect Nails Platinum gel, and I'm just going to go over the bauble and over the foil. I'm creating a really thin sort of layer with it, so that I can add a little bit of the Nail Team's sugar glitter in gold, and some of that limited edition mirror strips. Just because I wanted a bauble, I didn't want to take away from the red and the gold from the sunset foil, but I wanted it to look like there was a little bit of sort of tinsel and sparkle in the bauble with it. So I'm just double checking that I've covered everywhere. Ready for those glitters and those strips. So now I'm going in with the Nail Team sugar, and I'm just going to dip my brush just a little bit into the glitter, and I'm just going to sort of brush it through the wet gel. I haven't cured that thin layer of platinum gel that I put down. I wanted to keep it wet so I could sort of mix it in and get it to where I wanted to, really, to be fair. Now I'm going to go in with the limited edition mirror strips. These are absolutely gorgeous. I don't think, to be fair, that the camera does any of this justice. The sparkle and the shimmer and the shine is just absolutely gorgeous on this. Not adding loads of these mirror strips, I'm just adding a few. Like I say, I just wanted to make it look as if, you know, there were bits of glitter in the bauble and little bits of tinsel, but again, I didn't want to take away from the effect of the sunset foil that I had underneath. So I did cure that once I'd finished with the mirror strips, and I'm now going in with a bigger bead of platinum gel, still using my Barber 2 brush, and I'm just going to make that 3D, so I'm sort of making it like a sort of rounded, sort of a globe effect, I guess, and just placing that in, again making sure that it's, you know, all round as far out to the edges and covering all of that foil, that glitter, those mirror strips. I'm really sorry if I'm a bit croaky today. my voice has been on and off all day for one, and it's like 11:30 whilst I'm doing this voiceover, so I feel a little bit tired. So I'm just turning that nail upside down for a few seconds just so that it draws all the gel to the centre and it helps create that dome. So I did go ahead and I did do a second layer just to build it up that little bit more and make that ball a little bit more 3D. I'm going in with my Crystal Nails Royal Gel in white. And I'm just laying down a few patches where I want it to look where like there's snow that's settled on the branches. And then before I cure, I'm going to sprinkle some of the Nail Team's sugar into that. A little bit of snow on the bauble. And they're the two finished nails. I absolutely love the foiling on that first one, it's gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed, guys, thank you.